guys, it's Trish back with another video. Today we're going to do some super fun earrings and we're going to be making them with this really gorgeous green mix. This is called Written in the Stars. This is one of the trios, the trio of beads that they have done for Sarah James's wedding. Because if you did not know, she got married about 2 weeks ago. So congrats to her and Rodrigo. And then we have two more, as I said, bead mixes available. One in Aspen, and that's mostly like yellows, and then one called All Love, and that's in your whites. They have the trio of them all together, or you can buy them separate. So today we're going to look at this beautiful mix, Written in the Stars, and as you can see, to start out, we have these beautiful star charms, just textured and beautiful. You could put a flat back crystal in the center if you wanted to. Really pretty. And I'm going to dump these out here so we can see these better before we get moving on to our earrings. Excuse me, guys. So they have some really pretty beads in here, different styles. Here's some briolet. A briolet bead, really pretty. You have rondelles, and this is like more of like, it's got a really nice cut on it, but it's like that solid, almost foresty green color. And then we have these beautiful little AB beads that have a variety of colors in them. They have the yellows and the purples and the blues. Really gorgeous. And we have these fun little cylinder beads that have a beautiful cut on them. And lots of spacers, lots of bead caps. And then we also have these cute little stars that have come with this. So, I mean, the name stands, Written in the Stars. We got these beautiful little star beads, and then, of course, our star charms that are gorgeous up there. So lots of crystals, just lots of total beauty here. This mix matches the gowns that Sarah's bridesmaids wore. So super cool, super fun. Okay, guys, so let's get started. I want to show you here the example of the earring that we're going to be making. Just a cute little dangly earring. Simple but fun. What you're going to need 3 ball head pins or head pins, 3 10mm jump rings. This is just a lever back ear wire. You'll need an ear wire for both earrings. And then I've just picked out some of the beads that I want to use, as I did with my design here. Just simply pick out what you like the looks of, and that's what you do. So I'm going to set this over to the side, and I'm going to show you how we put this together. So first we're going to take one of our head pins, and we're going to start building our little dangles. Our star on, we're going to put a rondelle, another star, and then a bicone. And that's going to be our first dangle. So we will make these. The next one I'm going to do is take this long cylinder AB bead that is actually absolutely stunning. And we're going to put one of these pretty little bead caps on top that look like a floral bead cap. One of our rondelles. Another star. This one's going to be longer because we want one to be longer in the middle. Then we're going to put a bicone. See how we're coming along there. And then another star. Okay, so that's our middle one. Let me move these up here so you can see them as we build them. And then the last one is going to be built starting with a rondelle, a star, bicone, and another star. Okay, so those are the 3 dangles. You can see how quick those come together. Pick out whatever beads speak to you. So we're just going to do simple loops on the top of these just to get a loop on them. So we're going to bend. If you've never done a simple loop, here's your chance to learn one. I bend this right on top of the bead horizontally. Then I trim it. I use my thumb kind of as my guide, and I trim about 1/4 of an inch. Leave about 1/4 of an inch or so. That might even be a little bit too much. There we go. So leave about a 1/4 inch or so, and then you're just gonna take your round nose pliers and you're gonna put it on the end of that wire and you're gonna roll it. Okay, roll it back. Then you're gonna get a little loop on top that you can use. So let's do two more of those. Let's bend this across horizontally. Leave us about a 1/4 inch. Grab at the end. You don't want anything sticking through when you're grabbing this. And then you're just gonna roll it back, just like so. Okay, 2. And 1 more. These come together really quickly, but they are super, super cute. Same thing, we're gonna roll that way and make our little loop. So all of our dangles are now ready to go on to our jump ring. And what I do is I just open up my 10mm jump ring. I take a pair of my tweezer pliers and my curved nose, but you can use whatever pliers you like to use. And we're gonna use these metal spacers on this bottom loop in between our dangles. So I'm just gonna start with a spacer. I wanna make sure my dangle is straight because these little head pins can bend. And then I'm going to put that on, just like so. Another one of our silver spacers, whoops. Okay, our longest dangle, there again, straightening it up, making sure everything's good. Put that on. Another metal spacer. And then our final dangle. And then our last metal spacer, just like that. Whoops, a little slippery. There we go. So we can go ahead and then close this up, close this jump ring up, and you always close your jump rings front to back, guys. You want to get them as close as possible because you don't want there to be a little crack in there so your materials will fall off of your loop. So I just want to make sure I have those where I need them, and then I'm just going to click them into place. Okay, just like that. I'm just going to squeeze that one down just a little bit because it is a little higher and I want them all to be lined up. Sometimes that happens and I just take my pliers in there and just give it a little squeeze, and then it lines everything up for me. Okay, so then we're going to do our next ring. And on our next ring, all we're going to do is do the same thing. We're going to open that up. And all we're going to put on this loop is one of our bead caps. And this is a different use for bead caps. It can be super fun. That way you're not always using them in the expected way. You're doing something different with them. So you see I put that loop on, or I put that spacer on. Okay, on my loop, it's in the front. I put it through, then I put the jump ring on, and now we're gonna close that jump ring. The jump ring with the dangles we put on, okay? And then we have another jump ring here. And we're gonna open that up. And I'm sorry guys if the camera's moving. I've been filming in a different location because our dog had to have an ACL surgery and she requires pretty much constant supervision. So if you see my camera shaking, please forgive. So we put our jump ring through. We're gonna put one of these other spacers on one side and the same spacer on the other side. See how cool that looks? It just gives it like just a really pretty lacy appearance. And then I'm just gonna close my jump ring, and now we're ready for our ear wire. So we have, like I said, I just have a lever back here, but you use whatever you want to. I really love this mix, and you'll be seeing some more things that I make with it. I'm definitely going to be using those big star charms, so be on the lookout for those. But I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.